Sundays, we rest a little bit. Mondays, back to work. Then Tuesday, what?
Jumboyaya.
Ah, Fat Tuesday.
Fire it up.
Here it goes from the birthplace of American barbecue. It's great TV. I'm Bill West with BarbecueTricks.com. Jack Waybor, 3-time South Carolina State champion, also founder of Carolina Pitmasters.
Awesome.
That's coming up, right?
It is coming up March the 8th and 9th at the Dorchester Shrine Club right here in Summerville, South Carolina. We've assembled the best pitmasters we can to teach how to cook barbecue.
Guaranteed to learn something.
Gotta learn something. Now, I think you're a graduate, Bill, and you've been out doing the competition thing, and of course you do a lot of backyard cooking too, and it's always a lot of fun.
I'm going to bring some magnets out this year.
Good.
Actually, our offer to you is subscribe on YouTube. First 100 or so people on YouTube to subscribe, we'll send along one of our grill magnets.
Grill magnets. That's awesome.
And you can show your color, but we'd love to send you as a little gift for subscribing
that's right.
on YouTube and get it going.
We must be doing something right, or we got little gifts going on.
Well, we're trying.
Let's get right to the libations, Bill. The show that takes about a beer to drink.
Here you go.
I'm not sure what I'm drinking today, but it looks mighty tasty, and it's cold. So
hey, if I run out of magnets, we can do
koozies.
Koozies.
That'd be great. Your turn to. I did the last flip on the last show, so it's time for you to do a flip on this show.
And hit the camera right in the lens.
Ow! Oh man, that was gimpy. Oh, there you go. Not bad.
So we're going here. It's
Cheers.
Mardi Gras time. And what's the perfect Mardi Gras thing to cook outdoors?
Of course, you want to do the outdoor cooking, and so we're going to cook a little cast iron. Shout out to Gary House at Cooking Everything Outdoors, who gives us ideas for cooking on cast iron outdoors.
We got a picture to show from him coming up, but
great.
Yeah, he does like everything, which I love.
He cooks the whole darn shooting match outdoors.
Subscribe to his channel.
Don't knock my beer over. I'm going to put it over here because I don't trust you to knock my beer over. All right, so we're going to cook jambalaya. Jambalaya is basically, I guess, what we call here in South Carolina perlo. It's a Cajun, Louisiana style of a dish. So we need to go ahead and add some oil to the pan first, and we're going to do the usual sweating down the Trinity, they call it. Onions and peppers.
Where's perlo from? What's that?
Perlo is a South Carolina thing. We're going to add this in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and do these. You want to be careful with the garlic because you don't want to burn the garlic while you're doing this onion thing. And if you add it a little bit later on in the process, you'll guarantee that.
You know, it smells even better cooking this outdoors.
Yeah, it really does.
The peppers, the onion, really good.
I originally cooked this last week to make sure I did a little test run on it, and I cooked mine right on top of my gas grill, and it worked like a charm. I really had a good time doing it. I've never actually put anything on a gas grill, a pot on a gas grill.
And it wasn't just a regular?
It was a regular, my backyard grill. I put the pot right up on top of the gas grill. Worked like a charm.
Oh, good.
No problem at all. We're going to leave the garlic here for a minute. These are green onions, some parsley.
Now our challenge here, like with the Brunswick stew, let's be able to do this within 10 minutes. Why?
Yeah, well, you know, I worked for a chef a long time ago. I've worked in a lot of kitchens, and I worked for a chef one time, and he told me that if I couldn't make a stew in 10 minutes or a soup in 10 minutes, I was fired. So we
should be able to do this.
We should be able to put this together pretty darn quick. The challenge is not in the is in the sweating of the onions and the peppers here to begin with, but I think it's going to be just fine.
Can't make it in 10 minutes, you're fired.
You're
All right,
fired.
This is motivation.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, when you're fired, you're fired. You can't have that going on. This is another one of those dishes that you can use leftover meats for. A lot of jambalaya is made with chicken or turkey. I like to use pulled pork in mine because I cook a lot of pork, especially when I'm doing the competition practices and stuff like that. So once we get our vegetables sweat down, we'll add the onion or the garlic right here at the end. And don't worry about the amounts that I'm putting in here. I'll go ahead and put the recipe for this up right up on the blog like we usually do. This particular recipe is a Justin Wilson authentic. Remember Justin Wilson from way back when?
He was one of the originals.
He was one of the originals. He's the one that kind of got me cranked up into cooking and doing the whole Cajun thing. And I really learned a lot by what he was teaching. And I got a couple of his books, and this is his jambalaya recipe.
Did he use pulled pork?
No, he used chicken.
Okay.
But you know, the meats are interchangeable, and once again, we know that we can trade these things out on a regular basis with whatever we have laying around. I like pulled pork in my jambalaya. It gives it a kind of a different flavor. Something to do here with your leftover Thanksgiving turkey, something to do with some chicken. A lot of times I'll have chicken left over and I'll just kind of save that leg or the thigh or the wings or whatever's left over. And when I get enough meat, we'll make us a pot of jambalaya.
Kind of like the Brunswick stew, you can, you know, it's a great leftover
That's
thing.
right.
So, and barbecue guys have a lot of pulled pork.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes.
All right, we got the pulled pork in there. Let's go ahead and dump the sausage in.
My favorite thing.
Yeah, this is just regular, standard, everyday smoked sausage.
Different from kielbasa?
Different from kielbasa.
What's
yes.
kielbasa?
Kielbasa is a garlic-based sausage, and this is more of a beef-based, pork-based smoked sausage.
Okay.
There's no brand that I like to use in jambalaya. I usually buy whatever's inexpensive, whatever's on sale. If I see something on sale and I know I'm going to make jambalaya, maybe I'll buy a couple of rings and throw it in the freezer until I'm ready to do it.
Okay.
All right, so we got all of those ingredients in. I like to go ahead and put the rice in right away and kind of give it a little bit of a stir fry. Kind
So,
of like,
you know, that freaks me out right there because I have a hard enough time cooking plain rice and getting it tender. You just put the regular dry rice right in?
yeah, and to be honest with you, this is kind of a, do you cook rice-a-roni? Rice-a-roni, you put the rice right in.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of make it all kind of come together right just like that.
Was
real
that an
easy.
instant rice?
No, this is regular. Actually, this is jasmine rice. I like to use jasmine rice. It has a nice aromatic flavor to it. Long grain rice is what the recipes generally call for. I just use jasmine rice because I just like the flavor of jasmine rice.
So it's going to take, once we get this going, now from this point, it's going to take a while.
Yep.
And some extra moisture.
Yep, and then we're going to go ahead right when we just get this done. We're ready to go. I don't know what kind of time constraints I'm under here, Bill, but I know I'm under 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, that rice won't get tender in 10 minutes, will it?
No. The rice will take about an hour. The whole dish takes about an hour to cook. This is chicken stock that I had made. It's 2 quarts. There's 3 cups of rice in there and all the other things that go along with it. And that right there is just about finished. All I'm going to do at the very last thing is add my heat to it. You can add heat in the sausage. If you want to buy hot sausage, you can do that. That adds a little bit of heat to it. You can put jalapeno peppers in if you want to put the, you know, and add heat that way. Standard way to add heat to Cajun dish, cayenne pepper. So we'll sprinkle a little bit of that in. I like it kind of spicy. That's probably a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more.
Is cayenne typical Creole?
Yes. There's a difference between Creole and Cajun. Creole is a tomatoey kind of thing. A lot of it has to do with location. And we'll do some research on that. We'll put it up on the blog.
So you didn't really do anything. There was no exotic Tony Cashiers or anything, which I love.
Nope. You can
straight
certainly
ahead.
use the Tony Cashiers if you want. You got to watch out for Tony's because Tony's is real salty. If you'll hand me the salt and pepper, we'll add a little bit of those to it too. If you want to come on over here and grind a little bit, you can.
And Tony's sneezing powders, huh?
Yeah, it is. Every time I open up a jar of Tony's, I sneeze.
Guaranteed, you'll sneeze.
Now we'll go ahead and reseason this again, probably somewhere along the cooking match or along the cooking lines. We'll give that a stir right there, and that is the start of jambalaya.
All right, well, it's simmering for about 45 minutes to an hour.
It'll take 45 minutes to an hour, and we're going to leave the lid off of it until the water comes down below the rice level. So we're going to let it simmer uncovered, and then as soon as the water comes up to the rice level, we're going to put a lid on it.
Well, that's going. Let's take a look at some great plates, and we got to start with one of our inspirations for the cast iron here today, Gary House. You've probably seen his channel. It's Cooking Everything Outdoors.
I have seen his channel. As a matter of fact, I got his video on extreme Dutch oven cooking. Great video.
He's the master at the Dutch oven. I would encourage you to subscribe to his video, but he sent along this great plate, and you can see him do this. I'll try and post the link as well to the episode where he's doing this soup in a bread bowl.
Well, doesn't that look great right there? You can see that crust down around the bottom of that bread looks fantastic.
And I told him, I'm like, it's just like bacon. Everything's better in a bread bowl or with bacon. And he's
That's
like,
right.
And he said, I knew I forgot something. The bacon. But thanks to Gary House, check out his channel. And here's another one, Brian Stevens. I love that he tried our sausage making. Check out the sausage making episode that we did. He also used this KitchenAid, and look at his results as he pops them in the smoker there. Thank you, Brian Stevens. Send us your great plates. We love to get them. We can cover this up and Wait for a little bit more.
That is a bunch of sausage.
After cooking, simmering for 45 minutes, this is what we got. Look nice?
I want some.
Here's yours.
Thanks. I like to spice mine up a little bit, so I'm going to put a little hot sauce on mine. You want some hot sauce for yours?
I love sriracha.
And that's what you got there?
Although I haven't tried this brand yet. I like the one with the rooster on it.
Oh, rooster sauce. That's what I call it. Mix it up a little bit, and let's give it a taste. It looks dynamite. I can't wait.
Remember, you can get the recipe online. It's greattv.com. Use the search word what is that?
Jambalaya, Jumboyaya.
Will work for both.
Hey, gang. Thanks for tuning in this week. We can't tell you how much we appreciate everybody looking in. Buy local, think global, stay sustainable, and every chance you get. Hug your mama.
I think I heard an animal back there.
Get away from my jambalaya.
I could see that. Go after it. Good.
Awesome. Pretty good, huh?